The girl's age wasn't revealed until last week. I was surprised to learn about Cindy Clemishire's mistreatment. Church leaders denied knowing about it. They pretended remorse and looked embarrassed, like they were surprised. They must have imagined no one would see their falsehoods or how they got away with it. New court papers reveal the reality, and it's worse than we feared. They always knew the truth, but they hid it to maintain power, reputation, and brand. Let's examine who lied, what they lied about, what they sought to hide, and what these court filings reveal. Leaders and truth tellers have worn false humility for too long. Even if it hurts, the truth must be told. In 2005, 2007, and 2011, Robert Morris informed Gateway leaders of the abuse according to his report. They did what? They didn't address the abuse or talk to him. No, they met multiple times. What happened in the meetings? They hid the church's picture to protect it. They kept their faces clean to protect the church's image and keep the money coming in instead of speaking the truth. Morris confesses to kissing Clemishire when she was almost 13 in one of those meetings. No mistake, he claims it's true. They knew about it but chose to protect themselves from the abuse. Morris emailed all Gateway elders a statement draft in 2011. This official document was a written statement of what happened. The announcement proved Morris had wronged Clemishire. The report indicated they kissed 2 weeks before she turned 13. Pull back the curtain farther, let's look at the Gateway elders who were supposed to lead the church in 2011, as Morris states. TRR found an old Gateway website that listed Jimmy Evans, James Robinson, Jack Hayford, Todd Lane, Stephen Doolin, Kevin Grove, David Smith, Galen Loy, and Jeremy Carrasco as leaders. These leaders were meant to be honest and uphold their principles. In 2011, they were informed of everything, yet did nothing. Nothing. They hid what happened to protect their brand. James Robinson, one of those adults, posted a video last year saying he didn't realize Clemishire was too young. He stated what he heard stunned him. I knew Robert had done wrong, but not a child abuse offense. This is impossible. The girl's age wasn't revealed until last week. Shocked. The way Robert handled it was terrible. It was wrong. Abuse of children is never acceptable. Robinson says he didn't know the person's age, but let's investigate. As an elder at Gateway Church in 2011, he received a document with an official notification. Morris said in this report that he kissed Clemishire when she was almost 13. Who is lying here? Morris confesses in black and white to church leaders in an official paper. Robinson later admitted on tape last year that he didn't realize Clemishire was underage. We should believe what? The court documents disprove Robinson's claim. He's probably lying or doesn't know anything. Next on the list is Jim Evans, who has struggled to conceal his lies. Big Christian leaders turn to Jimmy Evans to cover up their mistakes. He'll arrive, talk spiritually, and then shrug. For Joni Lamb. Jonathan Lamb's Jimmy Evans interviews are likely familiar to many. Hear what? Jimmy Evans doing what he does best, lying to protect Doug Weiss and Joni Lamb. Works like a clock. He always intervenes and claims the Lord taught these leaders something to set things right. Watch this film. Robert Morris alleges Jimmy Evans told him a prediction as he was cleaning up his mess. When the church began to grow, it wasn't a blessing for me because of the shame I carried from my past. I felt horrible. Where I went would be known. After books sold, TV shows became popular, people talked to me everywhere. You have no concept my shame. Jimmy Evans called. Robert, I have something from God to tell you, stated, which is why I prayed this morning. You believe a lie, he said. Be concerned as the church grows because Satan says you'll fall harder as you grow. Jimmy Evans was old then. He was saddened by Morris's abuse in June 2024. Only Morris's early 20s involvement with a woman was known to him. Evans stated he didn't know what Clemishire said. Jimmy Evans attended 2007 sessions when Robert Morris and Cindy Clemishire discussed their issue, according to court documents. Morris repeated his pre-1987 tale and acknowledged to abusing the woman in those meetings. Evans was there and led, so he knew. He also shielded Morris from his actions. Evans said he was stunned last year after all that. Really? After all this time? Since court filings naming Gateway Church elders went public, many are attempting to save face. Jimmy Evans issued a new statement attempting to clear his name. What he says, Robert Morris said Cindy Clemishire was 16. Evans' response was typical of these leaders, downplaying isolating events, shifting blame, and other self-defense tactics. Evans blames Morris and claims he was not told to escape accountability for his actions and cover up. Now that the reality is out, these leaders can't just say vague things and deny involvement. No amount of spin can change their involvement. This mess also involves Tom Lane. He appeared astonished in public, but court documents revealed the truth. They knew. Lane, like the other older folks, knew Cindy was abused, but he pretended not to know. Don't you become mad? They act like witnesses to the crime. They've concealed the abuse for years to protect their friend and the church's reputation, while the victim suffers. After learning the facts, they wish to seem surprised and unaware. However, this is false. The victims, including Cindy Clemishire, and the paperwork and timing are true. Presbyters and other church leaders aren't always trustworthy. This doesn't always happen. Our leaders should be honest, yet we've seen that Christian leaders aren't always honest or above reproach. Too many times have we been told to trust pastors, elders, and leaders. That's our recommendation. However, this shows how authority and status can be abused. Leaders, especially in the church, must be honest and exemplary. As Christians, we must call them out when they lie, cover up, or put their own demands before the truth.